Hey there folks, this is GreenyXI welcoming you right back to Let's Play Crash Bandicoot. This is episode 8, possibly the last episode, I think it should be. In the last episode we collected a shit ton of gems and we have got 2 more gems to get, clear gems. So, let's get going with Boulder Dash. It's one of the the running ones where the boulders chase now. And at the very end you need the gem. You'll probably remember it. Well, you might remember it from when we were going through the first time. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It should be an easy one once we get to the end, kind of thing. Yeah, I'm sure it will be. 35 boxes, all easy to get. Let's go! Ah. The stage itself will be simple. It's the matter of seeing what we have to do with the gem at the end. The gem path. Yeah. Oh. Oh, hello. I don't think you get notifications when they go offline anymore, do you? I'm sure you used to on the PS3. I don't know. I think you did. It's tricky thinking of things to say when you're rerunning through stages, because you've already said this is what happens here and all that sort of stuff. So it's just trying to figure out what you can say next that's new. Oh. I remember when I was little and I used to play Crash Bash all the time. It was only I had Crash Bash and Crash Team Racing, but none of the other Crash games. And Crash Bash was so much fun. I used to love the mini games. It was like Mario Party without the boards, without the board games, just the mini games in other words. That's what I always used to think, but I was little. I used to love it so much. Actually, I don't know if I even owned it. I don't think I did. I think I borrowed it off a mate. Ah, there's an extra bit of stage down here. Like a normal stage in the middle of one of those special boulder stages. It's quite tough too. I remember dying quite a bit on this part. So we'll see how this goes. Spin as quick as you can on that one. That's the one that used to kill me all the time. Till I eventually learnt. There we go. Easy enough gem. One more to go. Oh wow. It feels so good to be doing a short series for a bit. I'm not used to it. I like my RPGs and a lot of visual novels. Surprisingly long, the ones I like anyway. Danganronpa, Higurashi. Just those two really, they're the only two I majorly play. And Phoenix Wright, which are quite long as well, but you know. So check a sec, 25 26, so yeah, it's one more, and I think it's on the 3rd island, it is. Which one is it? Cortex Power. This is the one I was most worried about. It's probably the hardest clear gem to get when you're going through a second time. Oh god. It's because there's so many pathways and I have to go back, track in and things. And I don't know the best path to take, so what I'm going to be doing now is not necessarily the best way of going about it. Don't think it is. Let's see how it goes now. We can die though, so that's one good thing. If we need to. It's just at the checkpoint. No. Oh, okay. It's just at the checkpoints, you know, a little bit weird. In that you'll have gone one path and have to go back into another path, and you want to press the checkpoint for quite a while. You know, it's quite tough. For me. Yeah. Right first this time. I remember this way goes to a dead end with a couple of boxes, so. And a pinstripe kind of character. I don't know if it's meant to be pinstripe before you're actually meant to get to him. It don't look quite like him. But shit, I saw happening. But you know, it looks a bit like him. He uses the guns, so you know. Oh, close. Do we need to backtrack now? I'm pretty sure we probably do. I will. I will anyway. Yeah, we do. I should have probably got that checkpoint though. Come on. It'll make life easier in the long run. I know it's a bit of backtracking again, but... Right. Shit. Good job we had the checkpoint. I thought I was going to die 2 times in a row in about as many seconds. Oh, well. Not far off. Come on. Come on, Greens. You can do it. Oh my god. It's so hard to judge when you're going backwards because the camera to pan out as you're starting to jump kind of thing. There. Guess we need the gem too, so let's go. Let's go. Right. That platform can fall, so I really don't want that to happen. There we go. This is where we hit the exclamation mark thing. So I'm going to do, hit the one. There. How many more boxes? Quite a few. There's no bonus either, so that's a thing. I'm thinking we might have to go backwards now. On the other path, on this path. Come on. I think we might have to, even if it's just to hit a couple of boxes. Like literally a couple. Not really literally. Yeah, there we go. That's as far back as we're going to need to go, so... Oh, that's quite hard because it's 3 electric shocks in a row. So, it's gotta be careful. Come on, checkpoint, I need you. We got a tough part coming now. Here it is. Okay. If I die now, I'll be gutted. There we go. We did it. Oh, we got all the gems, folks. Yeah, without any troubles either. Such a relief. Such a relief. The rest of the percentages now should come from the last boss and stuff. We're actually going to get to see a secret ending now because we got all the gems. But you can't carry on, you know. It counts as completing the level even if we hadn't taken the conventional route through it. You'll see. I'll show you now. Instead of keeping on talking when... There'll be 1 or 2 people out there who'll probably want to see this secret ending. Possibly. I don't know. Let's check. Yeah, 26 out of 26. Good. I don't think there's any more secrets to get other than relic-y stuff. Anyway, the Great Hall. You can either take the quick way, which is like 2 seconds long. And it's easier that way. Yeah, it's a lot easier. And a lot quicker. You can just go for the exit, but and then you go straight to the last boss. But we're not doing that. I didn't get all these gems for nothing. It's not that hard, this jumping. Watch me die as I say it, but it's not really. Just watch your shadow and you're sorted. Keep X held down. For every jump. Ugh. See, it's just good that there aren't any boxes on this stage or anything like that. No threats, except for the falling. What if you lose lives if you fall? So there we go, that's what you get for completing the game. We'll check out this little bit in a sec, I suppose. He's opened an island. He's opened a shop on an island. Our little nutty guy. He's written a book. You find that really intelligent people... you find that a lot of intelligent people do go a bit mad because they realise a lot more, maybe. Not saying every one of them, don't worry. He's an actor. Good for you, sir. Yeah, speech therapy, needs to learn to talk. Saving money for his upcoming gubernatorial campaign. I have no idea what that's getting at. but it's a sanitation company there, so... After disappearances of his mentor, Dr. Nitro Brio rediscovered his first love, tending bar. Mixing drinks, mixing potions. I getcha. The world has heard nothing more of Cortex since Crash foiled his plans. We haven't actually done it yet. But evil geniuses are harder to squash than cockroaches. Hint, hint. Yeah, there we go. That's what you get. I guess you find out what happened to the villains and you see yourself escaping properly. It's okay. It's not worth going through all the trouble of getting all the gems for. But it's there. It gives you the reward. I mean, sorted. And now we've done the Great Hall. Dr. Neo Cortex. Last boss, I find hard. I really do. I'll be cutting a lot for this part probably. Hopefully I'll do a bit better this time than I did last time through, because I've had practice a bit. Certain energy bolts can be deflected back at him. That's the green ones. Here we go. You'll shoot different things that do, but the green ones are the ones you want to worry about. Looks like he's only got a short bar. It takes a while before you can hit him each time. Shit, that was stupid of me. Like I said, green ones hit him, not pink. What a dick. That was my fault. I've lost my mask already. Some of these, like, these electric-y bolt things. Oh, missed one. Some of these electric bolt things go up and down and you... Oh, shit. But they go up and down, and you have to jump and duck and stuff. You can't duck, but you know what I mean. Not jump. We'll do a bit better this time. I'm not going to show it every time I die, don't worry. It'll get repetitive and tedious for you, I'm sure. Yeah. So. Here you go, collect them up. 2. I think it's 3 this time. We need 3 green things this time. I might be wrong, but I think it is. What? Excuse me. See, it takes a while to get each hit in. Which, you know, prolongs the boss a bit. Ah, bollocks. See you back there. Okay, we're back on the third part again. I was just thinking, I love how the blimp looks like wool. Like you're playing Yoshi's Woolly World or something. It does though, doesn't it? It's weird. It's a weird choice. I like it. I like how it looks, but it's still weird. Over here. I think we need to stay over to the left now. Oh, I missed the third one. If I went under that bolt, it would have been fine and I would have hit the third green one that we needed. But no. What? You can hit the green ball though, can't you? There we go, got him. I was just thinking how Crash looks like Banjo from Banjo-Kazooie a little bit in this game. Sort of like... It's his nose, I think. His little beanie black nose. And the fact he looks a bit like a bear. Bollocks, missed it. I was talking, see. Yeah, one more time. For some reason that's just 2 instead of 3. I don't understand why. There we go. All done. It gets easier as the boss goes on, really. I think we got a cutscene coming up. I'll leave you to it and I'll see you in the credits. If it is. There we go. Now you can see why they give it the extra ending, because that's like a tiny little thing where they just go, toys for Bob. It's weird. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this series. If you want to see a Crash 2 series or a Crash 3 series, I'd rather do them in order if I'm going to do all 3, you know. Then give me a shout, because I wouldn't mind doing it. I haven't actually played the games yet, and I'd rather not do this sort of thing. I'd rather not do a blind series of a game that I know I'm going to enjoy, because I'd rather play it through for myself first, enjoy it to the most in its blindness, and then sort of do it for you when I know more about the game, I think. I'll do it for some games, because they're sort of games that just feel better blind to me. Like games that I've wanted to play maybe, but I don't think will be my absolute favourite games in the long run. Not because they're bad, but you know. Anyways, in terms of this game, I want to do a little mini review. Graphically, looks amazing now. They've perfected the looks, I think, and I can't think of any downside to it. It still looks colourful and fun, even though it's modern. It looks fresh, even though it still looks retro. It's just stunning. I love it. The music, I love the soundtrack. I don't think there's one track which I don't like. And I'll probably end up going and checking them out on YouTube when I get a nostalgia craving. I'll probably just play the game then, but you know, I'll probably do both. I especially like the Hog Wild stages, tracks, and the world map sort of track is nice. The Slippery Rain one I really like. There's loads of them. I just like a lot of them. Gameplay. This one is a unique case, the first game. I've read an article or two, and it says that the developers, they wanted to keep the controls stiff in this one, just like in the first game, the original of the first game. So it would still feel nostalgic and would still feel like the original game, but with analog stick controls. Analog stick controls with stiffness of the D-pad kind of thing. And I agree with what they did there. I like that. I like that people... I think that people would have complained if they changed it too much. Some people anyway. Otherwise, gameplay-wise, lots of collectibles. I love it. It's a small game, like I said before, but they've packed it with collectible gems and relics, and that's perfect to me. That's all I want. I don't want too much more. I like a short game so long as it's done well, and this has been done well. In terms of story, it's a platformer. It doesn't need an amazing story. Oh, special shout out to Naughty Dog and the original Crash Bandicoot team members. Oh, nice. They do mention them then. It's just that it's not on the packaging anyway, or at the start of the game, which is still a bit weird, but, you know. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, story. Platformer. Doesn't need an amazing story, but it has one that's good enough. I quite like Cortex, even though you don't see much of him. I like Crash, because you see him all the time, and you see his character through the gameplay, through when you die, through his rape face when you're trying to rape a hog. You know, you get to know him better like that than through dialogue and stuff. And cutscene action, like a lot of games do nowadays. Still does well. Characters in that sense, they're good enough. Crash is really good. Coco, I used for the trophy my first time through, that's it. I wasn't bothered about them adding her, but it's a nice addition for female players maybe who prefer her, you know, like girls, little girls who will prefer to have a female character, because that does happen. I'm not trying to be sexist there or anything, but little girls will associate more with a female character, I think. So it's good that they have Coco and Crash for the choice. Even if there are little girls out there who prefer to be Crash, it's still there, you know. And otherwise, replayability, if you didn't get all collectibles first time through, you can replay and do that. Or it's such a short game that you can keep playing through again and again, and I'm still having fun now, even though I've already beat it, like literally just now for my first time. So I think it's very replayable and really good. Once you play 2 and 3, maybe 1 won't seem quite as good. I don't know, but you know, it's gonna be fun to try the others too. So that's it really. I think personally the first game is a 9 out of 10 for me. It's one of my favourite games of the year. Might not be a wholly entirely new game, but it's there. It's still a new game to me ish. So I loved it. 9 out of 10 for me. The stiff controls, I guess, took it down half a point maybe. It's not because I didn't like the stiff controls, but because I know there will be people out there who will not like them. I've seen a lot of people talking about Crash, the remaster, saying it's been made harder and stuff. It has not. It is easier, if anything. The save system is a lot easier to go with in the first game. You get an extra little tiny bit of jump because they give you that at the end of certain bridges and stuff. It's easier. It's not a hard game and people are complaining. And I think it's because so many modern games are just simple nowadays. They're more like cutscene after cutscene with a little bit of gameplay in between. I'm talking about the Uncharted's, the Metal Gears, the... you know, so many cutscene games. Or indie games where you don't really have to be that good at playing, but they're just there for the gaming, the storytelling experience. Whereas this is a proper game from the olden days, which has just been updated and is, you know, it's not hard. It's just not as easy as a lot of modern games are. And that's a bit depressing. It's a bit depressing to think that so many games are now so easy that you don't really even have to be any good at gaming. They're aiming too much at casual people. Which I'm not complaining about. Casual people can enjoy games as much as they want. I mean, I'm pretty casual in tons of genres. But for people to complain that a game is too hard just because they can't do it, and just because they're used to easy games, So there we go. We could skip these credits, but I want to put them all the way through just so they get the recognition they deserve. It was them who made the game. Obviously I didn't, so I don't know why I would have to say that. People obviously know it. So I'll leave them play to the end. Voiceover production. There's a little bit, I guess. There isn't much. William Chip Beeman. Hello, Chip. Sounds very British. Very English, I should say. Very Cockney. I haven't got anything else to talk about, really. What I was saying earlier, if you want me to do Crash 2, give me a shout. Definitely give me a shout, and I will probably end up doing it if I like Crash 2 a lot. And I probably will anyway, even if I don't like it. But like I said, it won't be straight away. There will be another series or two in between. You know, doing too much of the same thing can be a bit much for me, recording wise, and for people watching probably. Whenever I see a Let's Player doing the same games in a series straight after each other, I think, wow, this is exciting. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a marathon. And then I watch the first game and I think, yay. Then I get a bit bored by the time the second series comes around. And, you know, it's a bit much of the same thing. And this is coming from me, who did a ton of the Resident Evils early on in my YouTube experience. So, but I think those games are different enough to warrant that, and short enough as well. I don't know. Wow, how long is this going to go on for? Credits don't do nothing for me. There are many games with good credits. Flower had nice credits, where you could blow around and just collect the names and stuff. Rayman Origins had good credits, but it went on for a million times too long. Ooh, time trials for developers. It's pretty good. Sunset Vista, 3 minute 22. I can beat that. Come on now. Maybe. Oh god, it's showing the names of the next games. No, stop. I'm covering the screen with my hands. I don't want to know. Oh no, I caught one. Snow Go. I didn't want to know that. Come on now. Oh, 2 seconds. I'm back. Oh my god. It's still going. I caught another one. There we go. We're there. 1997. Was that just the first game, or was it by the time the third game came out? I'm guessing the first game. Yeah, 2002 for the third one, maybe. No bandicoots were harmed in the creation of this game. What is a bandicoot? I've never known. Oh, that was really good. I really enjoyed playing it, and I really enjoyed recording the series. It was a nice short one. I loved it. Oh, I wanted to mention something. Something they seem to have added for the remake, or the remaster. I'll show it now once it finishes loading. Give it a moment. There we go. Save and load. Come on now. There we go. It took a while. If I save by it. How much percent have we got now then? No, we finished. Oh yeah, 100%. So there's the relics to take up the 2% extra. But I want to show you something extra. If we go onto the trophies a sec. Where? Only 88% of trophies collected, but they 100% platinum. They've added lost treasures. You can't buy it yet. Nobody's got the trophies, so you can't get it yet. But it looks like there's going to be 2 extra stages added as DLC. I hope to God they're going to be free DLC. I don't know if it will be, but... Anyways, I will be coming back to this series to do those 2 stages, or whatever they end up being. I think they're stages. I will be coming back to them. It's just a matter of waiting for them to come out. So this series is now on the back burner. For now, we have finished with it. It's the same with Resident Evil 7 right now. That's on the back burner until more DLC comes out for that as well. It's just... it's hanging in the air, you know. I'd rather it be done and dusted, but no. Okay, so this has been Greeny XI. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I'll see you again in a bit with what we got next, which is, like I said before, it's a mini-series. It's blind, and it's a game I've been trying to hang on to playing so we can get get a let's play out of it, because I want to check it out and see it with you guys at the same time. I've heard it's good, but I'll get into that more when we start that series. Thanks again for watching, folks. See you again in a bit.